Thanks for visiting our channel again. One of Hollywood's living legends, Angie Dickinson has garnered popular adulation for both her turbulent personal life and the profound impact she has made in 6 decades of acting. She won over millions of admirers with her stunning performances in Rio Bravo and Policewoman. Behind the scenes, though, is a narrative of shattered marriages, famous flings, and the anguish of losing a daughter. Angie Dickinson's life is a roller coaster of a journey. She overcame personal catastrophes while keeping her job and poise at a premium. Then what was it that made Angie Dickinson so strong-willed and unyielding? From her small-town upbringing in North Dakota to her stardom in Hollywood, let's trace her life story in great detail. Embark on a powerful and emotionally charged trip. In the beginning, Brown, Angeline. The legendary Angie Dickinson came into this world in the North Dakota little hamlet of Calm on September 30th, 1931. Angie and her 2 siblings were raised in the rural American heartland by a humble yet loving family. Leo Henry Brown, her tenacious father, was the editor of the town newspaper and the projectionist at the one and only movie theater in town. Frederica Brown, her mother, was a devoted housewife who, no matter how tough things became, did her best to keep her family united. Those gloomy evenings when Angie's father operated the projector and spun the film reels on the enormous screen are etched in her earliest cinematic memories. Although the small girl could only observe this fantastical realm from a distance, it inspired her to dream of things she had never dreamed of before. At that age, Angie's eyes would light up with fascination, even if she didn't completely understand the magic of cinema. Something terrible happened. Tragically, her family's theater was destroyed in a fire. That would have been the last time many people ever set foot in a movie theater. However, that was only the start for Angie. Out of the ashes of her theater career, her fire for Hollywood burned brighter than before. She vowed to herself that she too would be a Hollywood star, just like all those other stars she had always admired. Angie and her family fled the harsh climate of North Dakota for the promise of a better life in Burbank, California in 1942, when she was just 10 years old. Despite the many hardships that the United States endured during WWII, the Brown family saw this relocation as their sole opportunity for a better life. In addition to providing a fresh start, Burbank laid the groundwork for Angie's professional future. Angie is a Bellarmine Jefferson High School alumna from Burbank. She possessed an extraordinary combination of beauty, intelligence, and talent. She accomplished something that very few her age could say they did. They graduated from high school at the tender age of 15. Not only did Angie achieve academic excellence, but she also won the Bill of Rights essay contest, which further demonstrated her extraordinary ability and unwavering perseverance. Angie kept on studying after graduating from high school. Her love of writing blossomed during her time at Los Angeles' Immaculate Heart College. Angie had to work many jobs to help pay for school because her family couldn't afford for her to attend classes full-time. Her tenacity and work ethic were honed in her several low-paying jobs, including those at Lockheed Air Terminal and a components factory. Angie met Gene Dickinson at this difficult period. Endearing soccer star. Meeting them was a welcome relief from Angie's hectic and troubled existence. In addition to being Angie's rock, Gene helped her get through the tough times at work and at school. After they tied the knot in 1952, Angie formally adopted the surname Dickinson, which would come to represent her profession. The start of one's professional life. The path that brought Angie Dickinson into the limelight was never in her plans. Her life changed drastically after she married Gene Dickinson and became Angie Dickinson. It was a turning point in Angie's life when she entered a local beauty contest in 1953, barely a year after her marriage. Despite losing the title, her life took a dramatic turn when she placed second in the Miss America preliminary competition. Because of this outcome, Angie was seen by a talent scout, who then recommended that she audition for the Jimmy Durante show as a showgirl. Unexpected possibilities started to present themselves to Angie, who had no intention of pursuing a professional acting career at first. The experience Angie gained from appearing on this show paved the way for her to pursue a career in cinema and television. Everyone saw right away that she had acting chops, and a TV producer pushed for Angie to enroll in acting classes. This was the first step toward a profession she had never considered before. Angie had her television debut in a little part on Death Valley Days on New Year's Eve 1954. Even though it was only the beginning, it was a major step toward her eventual triumph in the entertainment industry. A slew of subsequent appearances on the Colgate Comedy Hour and other hit NBC shows followed Angie's appearance on this show. Angie swiftly became a household name in the United States of America thanks to her numerous television roles in the 1950s. It was around this time that Angie met the renowned Frank Sinatra, with whom she would later become a strong bond. She found tremendous emotional support and a way to broaden her network in the entertainment world via this partnership. Angie Dickinson was able to open more doors for herself in the film industry thanks to her connections with Sinatra and other big actors. Angie kept building her cinematic career after her early TV accomplishments. Her debut on the big screen was in 1956 with the film. Despite the underappreciation of her performance, Angie set the stage for later, more prominent appearances in films like Hidden Guns 1956, Man with the Gun 1955, and The Return of Jack Slade 1955. Professional achievement. A turning moment in Angie Dickinson's life and career came in 1959, when she got the role of a lifetime in the film Rio Bravo. Angie portrayed the role of Feathers, a charming, powerful, and astute female gambler in Rio Bravo. John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Ricky Nelson were among the famous actors she appeared alongside in the picture. This part not only propelled Angie to stardom, but it also cemented her acting chops and made her stand out from the crowd. During an era when women's responsibilities were frequently restricted, Feathers came to represent strength and independence. This performance was pivotal in Angie Dickinson's rise from television actor to emerging star in the cutthroat film industry, where she established a strong reputation. The 1960s were a banner year for Angie Dickinson's career. From dramatic roles to comedic ones and from action to romantic ones, she never stopped pushing herself. During this period, she starred alongside Ronald Reagan in the 1964 noir picture The Killers, which was one of her most notable roles. This part allowed for daring and dramatic performances, elevating Angie to the level of Hollywood's A-list celebrities. The Assassins did more than just confirm Angie's acting chops. They demonstrated her adaptability and turned her into an actress with genuine depth, elevating her from beauty idol to true performer. Angie Dickinson was a force to be reckoned with not only on film but also on television. In 1974, she had a second career turning point when she landed the lead part in the popular TV series Policewoman. Her performance as Pepper Anderson, a police officer, not only made her a household name but also gave rise to a legendary figure in the era's women's emancipation movement. This broke new ground for women in show business by having one of the first strong, independent female protagonists on television. The cultural influence of Policewoman was substantial, and it was also a commercial success. Among the many honors bestowed upon Angie for her portrayal of Pepper Anderson was the 1975 Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Television Series. Another piece of evidence for Policewoman's unprecedented success is Angie's trio of straight Emmy nominations for the role. This part catapulted Angie Dickinson to worldwide fame in the 1970s, making her one of the most adored and respected actors in television history. Angie Dickinson proceeded to play a wide variety of roles in films, expanding her acting career beyond television. Among her notable performances was the one she gave alongside Lee Marvin in 1967's Point Blank. In this picture, Angie proved once and for all that she can inhabit multi-layered, emotionally dense roles. It was Angie's performance in the classic noir film Point Blank that established her as more than simply a beauty symbol in Hollywood. Her acting was nuanced and powerful. Angie kept busy in the 1970s, appearing in a number of high-profile films like Big Bad Mama 1974, in which she had a leading role and acted out several very risky scenes, including a stunning naked one. Not only did the film's daring subject matter garner attention, but so did Angie's superb performance. The fact that Angie was able to reach a younger demographic with Big Bad Mama shows how resilient and versatile she is as an entertainer, and the film was also a financial success. Films in which Angie Dickinson appeared, such as 1966's The Chase, which starred Marlon Brando and Jane Fonda, also contributed to her legacy. The cast of this picture was really amazing, and Angie demonstrated that she could compete with the likes of these legendary Hollywood stars. The film's dramatic tension was produced from the pairing of these actors. As an added bonus, Angie got to show off her acting chops in a glitzy and fashionable film alongside Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. in 1960's Ocean's 11. A unique bond between Frank Sinatra and Angie was further cemented by this financially successful film. Over the course of her 60-plus-year career, Angie Dickinson showed herself time and time again in a variety of film and television roles. She became one of Hollywood's top actors by shattering stereotypes and proving that her actual talent was just as important as her physical attractiveness. From revolutionary television programs to legendary noir films, rumors, relationships, and many Emmy nominations, she won a Golden Globe and, most importantly, left an indelible mark on the entertainment business. Both her talent as an actress and the rampant speculation about her relationships with other celebrities have kept Angie Dickinson's private life in the spotlight for quite some time. Anyone who saw Angie, one of Hollywood's most seductive figures, could not help but wonder about her love life. Angie Dickinson's alleged romance with John F. Kennedy was one of the most surprising and pervasive rumors. The press speculated about a hidden affair between the two for a long time, but they never provided any proof. On numerous occasions, Angie rejected these assertions, claiming that her connection with John F. Kennedy was entirely one of friendship. She went on to say that Kennedy never approached her, but the romanticism of political tales and Kennedy's renown made it hard to refute these allegations. There were rumors that Angie was linked with other famous Hollywood figures besides Kennedy, the most prominent of whom being Johnny Carson, the renowned host of The Tonight Show. Whenever Angie made an appearance on the show, their exchanges captured the audience's attention. A lot of people thought they were more than just friends, they were romantically involved. Despite this, Angie and Johnny never addressed the allegations or acknowledged a romantic relationship. Although Angie said that she and her co-worker had a strong connection to one another, they chose to keep their relationship strictly businesslike so that their emotions wouldn't influence their job. Richard Burton and Marlon Brando were among the famous actors alleged to have had sexual relations with Angie Dickinson. On set of The Bramble Bush, 1960, Richard Burton's magnetic presence prompted rumors of a possible romance between the two of them. Angie once said that Burton's allure made him a dangerous man. They were professional acquaintances, which she never verified, but they did respect each other. One of the all-time great performers, Marlon Brando, was allegedly romantically involved with Angie Dickinson while they were filming The Chase in 1966. Their encounters were full of color and inspired many anecdotes, thanks to Brando's infamously lively attitude and on-set antics. Despite Angie's fond memories of Brando, she never admitted to having any romantic attachment with him beyond their professional friendship. Despite all the speculation, Angie Dickinson only ever publicly acknowledged a connection with Frank Sinatra, the famed singer. One of the most well-known love tales of Sinatra's life was the 20-year romance she had with Angie. They crossed paths for the first time in 1953 while filming the Colgate Comedy Hour. Sinatra was enchanted by Angie's charisma and brilliance the moment they met. A strong bond between Angie and Sinatra developed even though she was married to Gene Dickinson. They had a strong bond that persisted for a long time after Sinatra fearlessly requested Angie's phone number. Angie and Sinatra's romance, which lasted for 20 years, was filled with ups and downs. Both their professional and personal life put them under stress. At times, Angie's way of life clashed with Sinatra's raucous nightlife and soaring music career. One constant in their relationship, though, was the love and affection they shared. Despite contemplating marriage on several occasions, Angie and her partner ultimately decided against it. That Sinatra had no interest in wedlocking an actress was one factor. And Angie didn't think she belonged in his party-oriented society. In addition, she kept in touch with Sinatra's ex-wife. It was challenging for Angie to assume the official role of Sinatra's wife because of Nancy. Nancy was someone she cared about and respected, therefore she was afraid to hurt her. The love that Angie and Sinatra shared was holy and important to her, even if they never tied the knot. Angie came right out and said that Sinatra was her one true love. She talked about the wonderful times they had together, from wild late-night parties to tender moments of romance and the strong bond they had for 20 years in a number of interviews. Her admiration for Sinatra extended beyond his musical prowess to include his magnetic personality and magnetic stage presence. There was more to her feelings for Sinatra than meets the eye. Additionally, Angie Dickinson was able to network her way into some very important contacts in the entertainment industry, as well as providing her with tremendous emotional support during her professional journey. Both of them were enormous stars, but there was also an indisputable synergy between them offstage that made every public appearance by the two of them more eye-catching. Despite their decision not to tie the knot, their love remained strong. Angie Dickinson holds Sinatra in the highest regard and loves him dearly in her memory, recognizing his love for her. After their relationship ended, Angie still felt that Sinatra had made an everlasting impression on her heart and that his influence on her life was tremendous. Private life, much like her professional life, Angie Dickinson's marriage was fraught with difficulty. The beginning of her adoption of the surname Dickinson, which would eventually become an iconic aspect of her identity, was her first marriage to football star Gene Dickinson. Their marriage didn't endure long, despite the fact that their romance began nicely. Their divorce in 1960 was caused by rumors of infidelity and disagreements over lifestyle and ideas. In 1965, following her divorce from Gene, Angie wed Burt Bacharach, a gifted composer and a creative collaborator who provided her with unwavering support throughout her life. But they also had a lot of problems in their marriage. Born in 1966, their daughter Nikki was their only child. However, Nikki's early delivery meant she had to deal with a host of health problems right from the start. Despite her exceptional intelligence and talent, Nikki faced difficulties in social contact and communication due to Asperger's syndrome, a developmental illness. Because of Nikki's illness, Angie and Burt had to make significant changes to their lives. Both were famous people, but they had a hard time balancing their occupations and the continual anxiety over what would happen to Nikki. While Angie's career was booming because to Policewoman, she still prioritized her daughter's care above all else and turned down numerous important possibilities. She turned down other parts so she could spend more time with Nikki, including that of Crystal Carrington on the popular series Dynasty. Caring for her daughter Nikki was Angie's first priority. She was prepared to give up her profession if it meant her daughter could have the finest life imaginable. Sending 16-year-old Nikki to the Menninger Clinic in Minnesota for psychiatric treatment was one of Angie's most challenging decisions. In Angie's path as a mother, her choice was a turning point. Social integration and personal growth were particularly challenging for Nikki as she dealt with Asperger's. Whether Angie should give her whole attention to her daughter or keep working, she felt conflicted. Despite her emotional distress, she decided to send Nikki to the specialist clinic so that she might receive the care she needed. Angie never abandoned her role as a mother, even if this choice required a great deal of sacrifice. She made regular clinic visits to see Nikki, and every one of those visits was a special time for them. Not only did Angie arrange for them to go on vacation together so that their link as mother and daughter might grow stronger, but she also wanted Nikki to have an adventure so that she could feel free and happy, something that she couldn't receive in her daily life. Angie will never forget the experiences she had on their travels to Paris, Japan, and other locations. Despite her best efforts, Angie understood that she could never truly shield Nikki from harm. Seeing her kid fight her own demons was a painful reality for her to bear. For Angie, the insignificance of her role as a mere caregiver for her daughter weighed heavily on her mind. Even while the vacations were fun for a while, she understood that a mother's love wouldn't be enough to help Nikki with her mental health concerns. Angie Dickinson gave up more than just a successful career. She prioritized her daughter above anything else at all times. Angie was devastated when Nikki died in 2007. The unfathomable agony of losing her daughter put a stop to Nikki's slender hope that she may find happiness in life at some point. Because of the immense hole that Nikki's death created in Angie's life, she decided to stop working after that, opting for a more subdued existence away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Countless sacrifices and tough choices characterize Angie Dickinson's life. She sacrificed her own career and happiness for the sake of her daughters, proving that she was an exceptional mother in addition to a gifted actor. When it comes to American cinema and television, Angie Dickinson is a legend. Over the course of her 6-decade career, she has played a wide variety of iconic roles, from the seductive Feathers in Rio Bravo to the resolute police officer Pepper Anderson in Policewoman. In addition to her creative accomplishments, Angie is remembered for breaking glass ceilings for female actors and actresses. She paved the path for generations of women performers by being one of the first actresses to play strong female leads. For her work in Policewoman, Angie won a Golden Globe, and she has been nominated for multiple Emmys. Not only that, but she ranks high among the entertainment industry's most adored and respected personalities. Angie has won the hearts of viewers with her effortless performance, poise, and strength. Since leaving the limelight, Angie Dickinson has settled into a life of seclusion in Beverly Hills. After suffering personal losses, most notably those of her daughter Nikki, Angie decided to distance herself from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. She has decided to live a more private life, focusing on her interests instead of going to public events or big entertainment occasions. At the moment, Angie is living a life of calm and serenity. She wants to focus on her family and herself, thus she has put the hectic life of a celebrity behind. She keeps in touch with a small group of close friends in the entertainment industry, but she values her independence and looks forward to spending her golden years in peace and quiet. Even though Angie Dickinson has left the acting profession, her films and the memories of her fans will endure. She was one of the most iconic movie stars of all time, and her legacy will live on as an enduring testament to the power, poise, and talent of Hollywood's golden age. Much obliged for your time. To make sure you don't miss any more thrilling content, subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Post a comment and express your ideas. Coming up in the next video, man. So long.